Welcome to English Minds.
The podcast where we make learning English fun and easy.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to English Minds podcast, where learning English feels natural and fun. Today's episode is called Learn English with the Real Conversations. And before we start, don't forget to download today's free lesson PDF in the description. It's got the key phrases, exercises, and a mini quiz to help you practice after listening.
That's right. If you're tired of memorizing grammar rules and textbook sentences that no one really says, this episode is for you. We're going to show you how real conversations can completely change the way you learn English.
Exactly, because let's be honest, nobody in the street says, "Hello, how do you do?" anymore. Real people say things like, "Hey, what's up?" or "How's it going?" And that's what you'll learn today. Natural English that sounds human, not robotic. Part 1. Why real conversations matter.
Let's start with this question. Why do learners struggle to sound natural? Because they often learn from written English, not spoken English. The rhythm, the tone, even the grammar change when people speak.
Totally. For example, written English says, "I am going to the store." But in conversation, it's, "I'm going to go to the store." That tiny change makes your speech faster, smoother, and more native-like.
So if you want to understand real people and be understood, you must practice with authentic conversations.
And don't worry, we'll go step by step through real situations today. Coffee shops, travel, work, daily chats, and more. Part 2. Real Conversation 1. At the coffee shop.
All right, imagine this. You walk into a coffee shop. You practiced your grammar. You're ready to order. Here's how a real conversation might go. Barista says, "Hey there, what can I get for you today?" You say, "Hi, could I have a medium latte, please?" Barista says, "Sure thing. Anything else?" You say, "That's all. Thanks." Barista says, "All right, your total is $4.50. Name for the cup?" You say, "It's Emily." Barista says, "Perfect, Emily. It'll be ready in a minute."
Notice how natural that sounds. No one says, "I would like to purchase a coffee beverage." They say, "Can I get a latte?"
Right. So here are your key takeaways. Use can I get instead of I would like. Use friendly tones like sure thing, no worries, all good. Don't overthink grammar. Focus on rhythm and flow.
Tip for practice. Listen to native speakers in cafes or watch short clips from vlogs. Try to repeat the same rhythm, not just the words.
Part 3. Real Conversation 2. At the airport. Next stop, the airport. Here's what a natural exchange sounds like. Agent says, "Morning, where are you flying today?" You say, "Hi, to New York." Agent says, "Can I see your passport, please?" You say, "Sure, here you go." Agent says, "Great. Any bags to check in?" You say, "Just this one." Agent says, "Perfect. Your flight boards at gate C12.
See how short and clear that is? Real conversations often use short answers. No full sentences needed.
Exactly. Learners often think they must answer perfectly. Yes, I have one suitcase to check in. But natives simply say, "Just this one."
So remember, sometimes less is more. Clarity and confidence beat perfection every time. Part 4. Real Conversation 3. Small talk with neighbors.
Now let's talk about small talk, those friendly mini conversations that build your confidence fast. Here's an example. Neighbor says, "Hey, how's your day going?" You say, "Pretty good, thanks. Yours?" Neighbor says, "Can't complain. Weather's nice today, huh?" You say, "Yeah, finally some sun."
So natural. Notice two things. Can't complain means I'm fine. And huh? Or right? Are soft ways to invite agreement.
Exactly. And these tiny expressions make your English sound alive. You can practice by repeating these mini dialogues until they feel automatic.
Part 5. Real Conversation 4. At the work.
All right, let's go to the office. You want to sound professional, but still natural.
Here's how you can speak in a friendly, fluent way.
Colleague says, "Hey Mark, do you have a minute?" You say, "Sure, what's up?" Colleague says, "Just wanted to check the report you sent." You say, "Of course, let's go over it together."
Notice what's up here doesn't mean hello, it means what do you need? Context changes meaning.
Good point. Real conversations depend heavily on context and tone, not just words.
Practice idea. Record yourself pretending you're at work and role play conversations. Listen back and compare your tone to native speakers. Part 6. Real Conversation 5. At a restaurant.
Food time. Here's how a natural restaurant conversation might go. Waiter says, "Hi there. Ready to order?" You say, "Almost. Could we get 2 more minutes?" Waiter says, "Of course. Take your time." You say, "Thanks. Actually, I'll go with the grilled chicken salad." Waiter says, "Great choice. Anything to drink?" You say, "Just water for now."
Perfect. See how polite but easy that sounds? English uses small words to sound friendly, like actually. For now, take your time.
Yes, and tone matters too. A smile in your voice makes everything sound more natural.
Part 7. How to practice real conversations. Let's now talk about how you can practice all this on your own, even without a native partner.
First tip is shadowing. Listen to short audio or YouTube clips and repeat them exactly. Same speed, same emotion.
Second, record yourself. When you listen back, you'll catch pronunciation mistakes instantly.
Third, join online English groups on platforms like Discord or Reddit. Real learners, real talk, no pressure.
And my favorite, turn daily life into English. When you cook, think in English. When you walk, describe what you see in English. It builds fluency naturally.
Part 8. Common mistakes to avoid.
Let's quickly highlight some mistakes learners make when trying to sound natural.
Translating word by word from your native language. Overusing textbook phrases like "according to me." Speaking too slowly because you fear mistakes. Not using fillers. In real talk, people say, like, I mean.
Exactly. Fillers make you sound real, but don't overdo them. A good balance shows you're fluent and relaxed. Part 9. Mini conversation practice.
Let's practice together. We'll do short exchanges. You repeat after me.
Ready? Mark says, "What's up?" You repeat. Emily says, "Not much. How about you?" You repeat. Mark says, "Pretty good. Just finished work." You repeat. Good. Now again. This time faster. Try to match the energy, not just the words.
Repetition builds muscle memory. The same way athletes train movements, you train your speech muscles.
Part 10. Listening to learn. Many learners read a lot but rarely listen. Listening to real English is key to fluency.
Yes, watch interviews, podcasts, and vlogs. Notice how people connect words, like "did you eat" becomes "did you eat?" "What do you want" becomes "what do you want?"
These connected sounds are what make native speech hard to catch, but once you know them, your listening improves fast.
Part 11. Cultural tips.
Here's something learners often miss. Understanding culture improves your communication too.
For example, in English-speaking countries, people often start conversations with small talk before serious topics. So before asking for help, you might say, "Hey, how's your day going?"
That little line builds friendliness. It's part of real conversation flow.
So learn not just what people say, but how they say it and why.
JDE's Part 12 Fluency Training Game.
Let's try the quick challenge with our listeners. I'll describe a situation, and you say out loud what you would reply.
Ready? Scenario 1. Someone says, "Hey, long time no see." You reply. Possible answers: "Yeah, it's been ages." Or, "I know, how have you been?"
Scenario 2, someone bumps into you and says, sorry. You say, no worries, or all good.
Scenario 3. Your friend says, "I got a promotion." You say, "Congrats, that's awesome."
Practicing these fast reactions makes your English automatic and natural.
Part 13.